She's a rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt your fate. How's it going, awkward crew, awkward familia? How's it going? My name is Daisy Guevara, and I'm a voice actor located in NYC. I once again forgot to do an introduction to this video. Ugh. It's okay. We're doing it now. It is, what day is it today? The 30th of December, and we're heading close to the new year. And I wanted to preface this video by saying that it was the day after, no, it was on Christmas that I recorded this, because usually, you know, Latinos like to celebrate Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Day. So my face is very flushed. I don't know if it was because of the Santa hat or if like I still had like that alcohol flush on me. No sé. I hope you enjoy. This is an hour long, so an hour or less long. So strap in, you know, grab some water and some snacks and enjoy. Thank you guys again so much for all the questions. And with that being said, let's hop on to it. We're gonna do a Q&A. We have around 31 questions. Thank you so much to everyone who sent me a question throughout Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. How this is gonna work is I have there's a randomizer right there of the 31 questions labeled from A to nonsense. I think I did like a bleh and a blue and a blee and a blue, something like that. So I'm gonna turn on the randomizer. Any alphabet or word that pops up is gonna correspond to a question, and then that's the question that I'm gonna answer in random order. Anyway, without further ado, let's hop on to it. The first one is J. Oh, it's got music. Okay. The alphabet J is, if you came or landed in Australia, what would be the first thing you do? Well, I always wanted to go to Sydney, so I'd probably visit the Opera House there. That'd probably be the first thing. Of course, that's like your stereotypical answer. I'm sorry, but yeah, that is what I would do. Go to Sydney and go to the Opera House. Next one. L is, do you have any VO aspirations for 2022? VO aspirations? Yeah, I would love to, at the very least, audition, if not be in a fantasy game. Like a Lord of the Rings-esque, The Witcher-esque kind of video game. That would be a dream. That would be a great aspiration to have. I think just overall, I just want to be less concerned with how I sound like and less concerned with how I'm doing as an actor, and just have fun with what I'm doing more. I put like an enormous amount of pressure on me, not only as a Latina, but like as an actor. So I just like to let loose more and just have fun. Very boring answer. Next. Oh, one of the blit. Blit. Okay, so blit is, what Broadway albums do you constantly listen to? I love, you know, specifically it's Broadway albums. Broadway albums that I constantly, Hadestown is probably one of the ones that I've listened to. It's the one that's like gotten me through this pandemic the most. What other ones? I've been listening to Tick Tick Boom as of recent, because I actually wasn't a big fan of the musical, but ever since watching the movie adaptation, I've kind of been obsessed. There's like this one song called 3090, and there's like, I don't know how it came up on my YouTube timeline, but there's like an hour loop of 3090, Andrew Garfield's version of 3090 on a loop for an hour, and I've been obsessed. Like the more times you listen to that song, the more it gets catchy and the more it just sticks into your head. So yeah, next one. 95. Da, 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 da. You see what I mean? What's a funny and memorable experience you had in the booth? Something that completely cracked you up. There was this one time where I have to say a line, but you ever had those moments where you're talking and you have a burp or something like caught like in your chest area, and it wants to come out, but you're fighting with all of your soul and your being for it to not come out. So so I'm doing this mini monologue, and I'm fighting with all of my soul not to burp in the middle of this monologue. And you know, I'm just gonna say a random line, but tomorrow is another like, and it just came out like that. And I had to profusely apologize to the director. I was like, oh my God, I am so sorry that happened. He was like, it happens all the time, and it does. It really does happen all the time. You know, you're just talking for a really long time, and your throat just can't help but making noises. But I thought that was so funny because I was trying all of my heart and soul to prevent that burp from happening, and it just came out just like that. So that cracked us both up for like a good 3 to 4 minutes. It was too funny. Z is, are there ever any days when you doubt yourself and your abilities? How do you get out of those days when you're feeling low? Oh boy. Yeah. Of course. I mean, who doesn't? If you aren't, you aren't human. I think there's days where everyone doubts themselves and doubts what they, you know, why they were put on this earth, or, you know, doubt their abilities. You know, me being an actor, there are times when like I definitely doubt whether or not I'm a good actor, or whether or not I can sustain myself in this career, or whether or not this career will last like a long time. Do you know what I mean? There are days where I'm like, oh man, I'm never gonna get a gig ever again. And I'm sure there are other actors and voice actors, and just other people in general who feel that way. I think for me, how I get out of those low days is when, you know, probably when I need to get out of the house. You know, I would probably go to like Central Park or you know, hang out with friends, watch a movie. I most certainly get off of social media. I take, and it's not like cute days, like 2 or 3 days. I mean like a good chunk, like a good 2 weeks for me. I have to, just to, you know, reset my mind a bit. You know, oftentimes like social media can play a certain part in how we view our own lives, and we just gotta remember that everyone out there is just putting their best foot forward. But I also appreciate those. I also appreciate the ones who often express themselves when they are at their lowest. Because to me, that is being real, being their truest selves, and not being afraid to express themselves in the fullest manner of their being. I think to me is really admirable, and I think that's really cool. Oftentimes, a lot of people don't like to do it because in voice acting, you know, people are afraid that other people are going to perceive them to be, you know, complaining too much or being a negative Nancy, which is not the case. You know, you're just expressing yourself when, you know, when life gets you down. And social media sometimes is the only platform in which people can express themselves, so why not let them express themselves in that manner? Welcome to my TED Talk. So yeah, I usually have to get out of the house. There are days, like especially now, where, oh my God, I want to take a vacation. Like I want to take I want to go on an adventure. Look at The Hobbit. I'm off on an adventure. Yeah. I need a vacation. Like right now, I'm stressed out. I'm because the end of the year is coming a lot faster than I anticipated. So naturally, all the work that I have to do, I have to finish it. And so I get really anxious and really stressed out and essentially burnt out. So if I can, we can't because of Omicron, but I would often take like a vacation. I would often say talk to someone too. I think that's really important. I think it's really important to talk to someone. There are often days where I get so frustrated that I just cry by myself, and I often forget there's people around you that you can turn to and talk to. But yeah, talking to someone is really, really important. I'm always an advocate of mental health. Take care of you first. Everything else will follow after. Because if you don't take care of yourself physically and mentally, the foundations of your being, then everything else in life will start to crumble. So I always say take care of you first, above everything else. This got really philosophical. Anyway, next one. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Spring Awakening. That's a good one too. I should have named for Broadway albums. What do you think makes NYC so special? God, these are good questions. What makes NYC so special? I think the characters in NYC make it special. There's that saying that New York is often, or at least the East Coast in general, I think it's like we're kind, but we're not nice. I think that is true. We can be very kind, but we'll begrudgingly help you because we always got somewhere to be. So yeah, I think it's the characters inside New York that make it special. I often feel like around autumn and around the winter time, you especially feel the holiday spirit more, at least pre-pandemic. Not the touristy areas, although sometimes the touristy areas, like around Macy's, like the window displays on Macy's, sometimes you feel that holiday spirit a little bit. I think also the arts can make New York really, really magical. Like whether it's on the train, whether it's in the parks, on the streets. Sometimes it's random, and sometimes people join in, and other times it's just like this one special moment. I think the arts here make it especially just special. Anyway, next one. Go and visit New York. Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us the lessons that we should learn. S. Favorite animal. I like dolphins. Dolphins are exceedingly smart. I like jellyfish. I just think they're so weird, but they can look cool too. I like cats. A lot of people don't like cats. I like cats' independence. They're really independent. They come to you when they need something. But I like them. I like them about that. Like they're like tsunderes, They throw a fit one minute, and then the next minute they're like, but I really like you. I don't know. Maybe because I'm kind of like a tsundere too, kind of. So I don't know. I'm fond of tsundere. I don't know. Anyway, I like cats. I think they're cute. I think they're adorable. I like it when they purr. They're adorable. Anyway, next question. Favorite anime you ever worked in? Ooh. Oh, come on. It's gotta be Akudama. Akudama Drive. I think just from start to finish, from me getting those auditions and like my body viscerally reacting to the auditions, even though I didn't book anything, I just kind of knew, like, oh, okay, this is it, isn't it? This could be it. So ever since from there to the last session for Akudama Drive, just that whole experience was it was magical. And I don't know if that'll ever happen to me again. I hope so. But that was just it only jump-started my career again, but it was also not an out-of-body experience, but it was something similar to that. It was just you know, when you ever meet like the right people and the right project and the right character for you, and everyone else fits into their roles beautifully, and the story itself is beautiful, and then the people's reactions to not only the story but the voice acting work and the directing and everything else, it was all perfect, you know. Perfect experience for me. And it just helped me along the way, like in life. There was a lot of things that were happening during that time in which I got to express myself, you know, into Brother at the time. So it helped me out in that way too. It was just a special project. It was a special thing that I got to work on. Thank the Lord, thank the universe. And it's my favorite of all time. And I think it'll be my favorite for like ever. So yeah, that's my favorite anime. Much love to all the people who worked on that. Wow. Next one. Most challenging / rewarding moment of your voice acting career. Most challenging and rewarding. I think the most rewarding was Akudama, for what I've stated before. But I think the most challenging for me was... Meteor City. I think the most difficult part in working in Meteor City is just how heavy the material is. And Bianca is not necessarily the most likable character. She's pretty tough, and she's pretty blunt and pretty forward about her thinking and about her attitudes and her values. And you know that she's experienced a lot of stuff, you know, before the show starts and during the storyline. So a lot of people were complaining about that Bianca's angry all the time, and I think she has the right to be angry for all the stuff that was done to her. And there's a lot of trauma behind all of that. And I've experienced my own traumas. Everyone's experienced their own traumas. So I think for me, having to sort of relive all that and then put in my experiences and my trauma into what I'm putting into Bianca is emotionally really challenging for me. It takes a lot out of me every time, even if it's like a short script. Like every time I record for Meteor City, I have to take like the rest of the day to recover from it, because emotionally it's a lot. Emotionally, it's a lot. But I find it the most challenging and also the most rewarding too. And yeah, I'll end it on that, I guess. That's an awkward ending, but yeah. Wow, this might be a longer video than what I thought it'd be. What was your favorite anime English dubbed show this year? This year? Oh man, there were so many. I'm gonna put mine to the side because you would think that would be my answer. I'm not gonna put Akudama in here. Horimiya. Oh my lord, praise Caitlin Glass, please. Horimiya is so the sweetest thing you'll ever watch this year. Oh, I highly recommend. Oh, just thinking about it. Oh, I love that show. Horimiya might be my favorite. But you know which was also my favorite? Fena, the pirate princess. Fena, the English cast is perfect from top to down. The same thing with Horimiya. I love Fena's relationship with the main male character. I have it in the back of my mind. I don't remember his name. It will pop up somewhere on the screen. I love what everyone does with their own characters. They're all unique in Fena. Like and I'm not talking about vocal characteristics. They're all different, and the work that everyone does is so perfect for each character. The chemistry between everybody is brilliant. The twins are just brilliant. Everyone's phenomenal. Can I count Ranking of Kings in here? I don't think I can because it's not quite finished yet. But damn, I've started watching, first off, I started watching the Japanese version first before the English dub came out, which I cried to, by the way. And then when I saw the English dub, like the first 2 episodes, of course, I bawled. So it's phenomenal already. Caitlin Glass is just, she's wonderful. Anyway, next. Oh, oh. Do you do warm-ups every day? No, not really. I mean, it depends. If I'm doing something, high, and I can't even do high right now because I drank a lot and Christmas Eve, so sorry. But usually if I have to do something high, I probably do lip trills, going from up to down, down to up, up to down. Anyway, doing that and then doing sirens though, woo, and then going up and down with that several times, just to keep all this open and you know, mucus free. But yeah, I don't do a lot of warm-ups. If it's just my regular voice, there's no need to. And if it's high-pitched, then I do what I just said. And that's it. Next one. Is there a voice actor or actor you would like to meet or work with? Ooh. I'd love to work with Caitlin Glass. I keep mentioning her because she's just, the work overall is just wonderful with her, and I'd love to work with her and meet her and get to talk with her more. I love Deborah Wilson. I've taken some classes with her and she's just so passionate about the art form, the acting art form. She's super passionate about what she does. She's very philosophical like I am. So I've taken a class with her before and I was just observing, but overall I love her energy, I love her passion, and I love her what she brings into the table. I love to work with her and meet her and just give her a hug and say how much I love her. Who else? Oh, okay. This is just a celebrity thing. I'd really love to work with Benedict Cumberbatch. I mean, come on. He's just, first off, he's a great voice actor. He's just a great actor in general. And I just, every role that he does, how this year he went from a cat lover to a toxic cowboy. Like, just different ends on the spectrum. He's just a wonderful actor. I'd love to work with him on something. I don't know on what exactly, but that would be really cool. All right,